I want to share something with you that I think I dealt with some weeks ago, but the Lord would have me repeat it tonight. And for those of you all who don't like to repeat yourself, I want you to know, let's really pray about that kind of attitude, because we'd be in trouble if God didn't repeat himself. Can you imagine where life would be if God just told us something one time and didn't tell us again? Man, we'd be in a world of trouble. So tonight I want to share something I shared a few weeks ago, and perhaps many of you saw it, maybe you didn't. Now I want to talk tonight about how to spend quality time with God. How to spend quality time with God. Now I'm not going to be long tonight. We've got some more work we've got to do. Again, shout out to Pastor Seals and to Brother Clint, who have been working untiringly. It's been a long day for us today. And I want to share with you what the Lord has given me, how to spend quality time with God. Someone asked me, said, Clark said, what do you think in this time of quarantine, shelter in place, what do you think it's for? And I really believe this, and you tell me if you agree. I think there are three things God is teaching us. Number one, to spend time with him, and we'll deal with that tonight. Number two, to spend time with the people we love. And number three, only to do those things that are necessary. Now, when you look at that's really the core of life. To spend time with God, to spend time with the people we love, and to do all those things, to do only those things that are necessary. Tonight I want to share with you, and I want to talk to the person who has a heart for God. You're not necessarily a Bible scholar, but you do sense a need to start walking closer to him. You do sense a need to give God more of yourself. Now, I don't believe, and some may disagree with this, I don't believe we need more of God. I think God needs more of us. And I think the more we seek a deeper relationship with God, or another way of saying that, the more we desire to be intimate with him, the closer we want to get to him. There was an old song that the saints used to sing at the New Hope Church, just a closer walk with thee. And I'm talking to that person who desires that. God lives on the inside of you. God is real to you. But you sense, Bishop, in this time, I really want to walk closer to God. I was sharing earlier with Brother B and Sean. We were walking the lake, and I was sharing with them how when this shelter in place is lifted, when this is over, and we're able to freely move about, you're going to discover those who made the best use of time and those who just waste time. So tonight, how do you spend quality time with God? Not quality time, not quantity. Quality, not quantity. Because some people think if they spend a long time with God, that they're really spending quality time. But you and I both know, if we are honest, that you can have a long time and be wasting time. You sit in church 3 hours, hear a sermon an hour, walk out of church and be asked what the preacher preached about, and say, I don't know, but it was good. So it's not quantity, it's quality. In Mark chapter 1, verse 35, there is something Jesus does. Now, I want to pull from this passage 3 principles that Jesus does. And the reason why I want to go to Mark's account, and you all know, those of you all who are Bible scholars, students of the word, you know that Mark gets his record of this writing of the life of Jesus from Peter. Peter, who was a fisherman and perhaps was not a very scholarly, educated man. He tells Mark the episodes that he himself experienced with Jesus Christ. And that's why out of the gospel writers, Matthew writes to show him as king, Luke writes to show his humanity, and John writes to show us his divinity. But Mark writes to show us his servant, his actions. Peter was that kind of fella, always moving, always acting. Peter was quick to move and slow to think. And so he writes or gives his record of the life of Jesus to Mark. And listen to what Mark writes in chapter 1, verse 35, as Peter shares with him. He says, "And rising early in the morning, while it was still dark, he," meaning Jesus, "departed and went out to a desolate place, and there he," meaning Jesus, "prayed." Mark records from Peter's recollection of what Jesus did when it came time, and when it came down to spending quality time with the Lord. Y'all excuse me, we live. Let me get some of that water, bud. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be smacking and chapping and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go through that. Thank you, Pastor. It's just your water. I took Pastor Seal's water. Working him at night, I took his water. I want to show you, because what Mark does here is that Mark shows for us three things that will help you and I spend some quality time with God. Here's the first thing you can do. And rising early in the morning while it was still dark, get you a set time. Now, Mark says Jesus got up early in the morning. This is a season perhaps you can do that. For some of us, it's hard to sleep at night. Our sleeping schedule is all over the place. If you want to spend quality time with God, get a set time. The morning preferably would be, the best time. But maybe your schedule and your life doesn't permit the morning time to be the right time. But get a set time. You say, "Bishop, why is a set time a way you can spend more quality time with God?" Because a set time, you ready for this, makes sure that God's a priority. The way you find out what's a priority for you is the amount of time you designate to it. I say it again. You know what's a priority by the amount of time you designate to it, or the amount of time you're willing to give to it. Jesus wakes up early in the morning. It's a set time. Get you a set time that this time, whatever that time of day is not going to be interrupted. This time is the time I'm carving out where I'm going to spend with God. Whether that's 15 minutes, whether that's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Doesn't matter about the quantity. It's the quality we're after. And you've got to have a set time. Listen, anything that you're willing to give a time to is something that's important to you. And if you want to spend some quality time with God, then get you a set time. The second thing I think that you need to do, if you're going to spend quality time with it, not only having a set time, and watch this, don't let nobody disrupt that time. Well, what if an emergency happens? Well, you'll deal with it when an emergency happens. And it may amaze you that if this is a time you want to spend with God, God may fix it where that time is interrupted. You don't know. Have a set time for it. The second thing the Bible says is that he departed and went out to a desolate place. A set time, but then get you a set place. Get you a place, maybe in the house. For me, it's when I'm doing temple time, Many times when I'm walking, that's my place. Sometimes it's on my balcony. I've got several places, but there's a place when I know I go here, I'm going for the clear, unapologetic purpose of talking to God. A set time and a set place. Now you understand this if I tell you this way. There's some places you go and you know you go there just so you can have fun. There's some relatives whose houses you go by. When you want to feel a certain way, you going by Cousin Jane them. You ain't going by Uncle Joe them, because when you know you by Uncle Joe, it's going to be some drama and some foolishness. But when you want to have a good time and relax yourself, you go into that place. Get you a spot where you know when I get here, this is when I'm going to spend time with God. And guess what, y'all? It don't have to be. And we know that, listen, we're living in a day and time where it is evident it does not have to be, quote unquote, what we call the church building. Because we can't get to that place. So get you a spot. Get you a spot at the house. Get you a spot somewhere where this is the place when I sit in this chair, when I go take this walk, this is my path, this is my trail where I'm going to talk to God. A set time, a set spot, or a set place. And he says when he got there, he prayed. Now, Peter does not tell Mark. Mark does not record what Jesus talked about. So let me help you with that. Set time, set place. You ready for it? And get you a prayer list. A set time shows that God is a priority to you. A set spot says that he's not only a priority, but it says when you get a set spot that I am going to give him my undivided attention. That in this place is where I'm going to meet God. But a prayer list keeps your mind focused while you're praying. I don't know about you, but I'll have a transparent moment here. There are some times I've gotten ready to pray, and because I've got so much stuff going on, I'm praying and my mind runs all over the place. I'm wondering, did I turn the TV off? Am I charging my phone? Because again, when you get ready to pray, don't you know that the devil is going to get busy? That's why that set time and that set place is so important if you're going to spend quality time. Now, again, I know there's somebody, well, I pray all the time. Yeah, but does he have your undivided attention when you pray? I pray while I'm in my car. Yeah, but you can't give him your undivided attention when you're driving. You better not. You're going to get in an accident. Getting a prayer list keeps your mind focused. There's some things in your life that if you would just write out like you do a grocery list, everybody's got to pitch in now and do things. And there are times when kids are getting ready to go and Dee sends them, she gives them a list. Make sure you get this, make sure you get this, make sure you get this. And in your life, if you're going to spend quality time with God, my brother, my sister, get you a prayer list. What will it hurt? You've tried other ways. Try these 3 simple steps and see if they don't increase quality time with God. All right? Now listen, before I go, I want to encourage you. And this is for everybody, but particularly for Word Nation. I want you to remember your ministry. I want you to prayerfully consider to giving your church something. And I know it's a crazy economic times. We don't know how long this thing's going to last, and unemployment rate is high. But you know, like I know, that whatever you have, God is the one who's giving it to you. And you and I have the responsibility, even in the midst of quarantine, even in the midst of COVID-19, to be responsible with our resources. And so I'm asking you to remember your church. You can download the Tidely app and give there, or you can Cash App $WAFC1. Again, that's $WAFC1. Or if you want to give something directly to me because of the word we're sharing with you, if it's helping you. Now, I'm one, you never have to give if what I'm saying is not helping. But if what I'm saying is helping, it's something you can use, then be a blessing. $W2LB2. $W2LB2. All right, y'all take care of yourself. Try that. Why don't you go on and try that? Get you a set time. Get you a set place. And get you a prayer list. And watch the quality of your prayer life get stronger, more productive. And guess what else? You'll feel a whole lot better. All right, until next time, remember, you're alive, you're important, and you're changing for the better. God bless you.